Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Just a Podcast with your boy King Jimmy with Ali A. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, young Jimmy. How do you feel? Wait, let me rephrase that. How would you feel if the Cavs got swept?
If the Cavs got swept, you say? See, in my opinion, LeBron James has quit on the Cavs. He is not putting in the effort that he was once before. He does not have trust in the Cavs. That means the Cavs will not be getting anywhere this season. A swept would be not surprising at all in the slightest. That means LeBron's coming to Philly next year. No doubt about it. That's my final answer, Mr. Stephen A. Smith. I fucked up the name. Steven.
Stephen A. Smith. Now, since you said that, Jimmy, where is LeBron going next season? In your best opinion, which is most reliable for him?
LeBron James will be ending up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My reason behind it is Los Angeles. He does not want to deal with ugly LeVar Ball and Lonzo, even though Lonzo's going to be a god, but that's for another time. LeVar Ball is a loudmouth, retarded, my bad for the use of language, idiot who doesn't even know the game of basketball, and he just won't ever shut his mouth. Another location he could possibly land is Houston, but they do not have the financial wages for it because local reports say that Chris Paul says that he is maxing out his contract and that he will not agree to a pay cut, which means they will not have the financial wages to have LeBron go to the Houston Rockets. And Philadelphia, young team, was contending for a championship this year, especially going to the finals against Cleveland, but lost sadly to a young Celtics team. But I believe Philadelphia has the wages to pay LeBron, has a young team, especially the young king, the young prince himself, Ben Simmons, who needs the veteran experience, as does Joel Embiid, especially with a guy like LeBron. And a healthy Embiid is the best center in the league. So LeBron would easily go to Philadelphia. They have all the things he needs to win a championship.
Now, my oh my, I think, okay, I think that's your boy LeBron.
Oh my, Max.
Oh my bad. I would think that your boy LeBriggity James, okay, he's gonna be going to either your boys.
Pick one area. It's not either.
The Houston Rockets, okay. Now, Houston has been looking at your boy LeBron for a matter of time now. And they look pretty interested, and so does LeBron. LeBron's been living in the East since like 2010. I think he's sick of this. Actually, no, he was born in the East.
Wait there, Steven. LeBron said that it's just not a good area for him to go to the West, especially with that Warriors team that will always be contending and even to get to the finals. Would you rather have, as a player, if you were a NBA player, would you rather go to the West, where you would probably never see a finals, no matter what team you're on, especially that Warriors team that you have to contend against, or would you go to the East, where no matter what, a guaranteed finals trip for you?
I wouldn't say guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Give me some competition. There's nobody in the East that can contend.
I wouldn't say
guaranteed.
Well, I mean, you just said it yourself. The 76ers, and it's definitely one of those top teams that can take them down.
Exactly.
Also,
that's why he's rumored to go to the 76ers.
As soon as your boy Gordon Hayward comes back and Kyrie comes back from his surgery recovery, Boston Celtics will also be a top team. So LeBron will either be struggling in the East or struggling in the West. So he has to pick one of the best options from either of those conferences. But
doesn't make sense. Why would you go against the dynasty that there is now against the Warriors and go to the West with the Houston Rockets team that made a very good contending to go to the championship against the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they don't have the wages for it. So no matter what, if they do not have the wages for it, LeBron is not rumored to go to Houston at all. But, you know, Philly just got rid of their general manager, Colangelo, what the fuck is his name? He's an idiot. He can't even fucking read. But he decided to make burner accounts that criticize teams. So you know that was going to be one of LeBron's biggest downfalls to coming to Philly, and guess what happened? We got rid of it. See, if it was Philly and we were going to stay the same, we would have never done that. So we obviously have our eyes on a prize, and Brett Brown said that the Philadelphia 76ers will be attending and trying to go after LeBron James.
Okay. Next subject. Okay.
Whoa,
Jimmy.
you can't believe.
I mean,
There's
we can't agree on that one, so I'll just give it to you because I don't care.
Wow. Okay.
There you go. That's my reasoning for giving it to you. X gonna give it to you. Okay?
Sure.
Now, whose fault is it for the loss in Game 1? J.R. Smith's dribble mess up or George Hill's missed free throw?
It's both their faults. Realistically, it's George Hill's responsibility as a point guard to be making them free throws, but it is also J.R. Smith, especially off an offensive rebound. It's his job to put the ball in the basket. They both are in fault for that mistake. But if I was to pick one whose fault really is more, I would say J.R. Smith's, because free throws aren't always made. Nobody shot 100% free throws ever in their career. Realistically, that's taken more than 50 free throws. So you can't really say that George Hill is to blame for that. So, and J.R. Smith gets the offensive rebound, but doesn't even shoot. He runs it out. He looks like a blind kid. What was the point of that? You seen the blind kid playing football? Yeah, that was J.R. Smith. That was literally him. LeBron was standing there asking for the ball, and guess what he did? He kept it in his hands like he had sticky hands. He put his whole hand.
No, he's been playing too much
inside of a jar of jam.
He's been playing too much 2K. He has the glue hands badge. Don't you know?
Yeah, man, he has the glue hands badge, and you know what's sad? He doesn't even have the diamond version of it. He has bronze.
So in my opinion, okay. In my opinion, it was George Hill's fault because he should easily make that shot as a point guard, correct? And if he made that shot, the Cavs would have been up by 1. Game would have been over. It would have, unless Steph Curry would have pulled out one of those magical 3-point shots of the century and just stuffed it down their throats.
They would not want to face.
Exactly. So they would have to get that.
They had a timeout.
They would have to waste that time.
And the Cavs had a timeout too.
Yeah, they would
You
have
also
to
forgot
waste
the
that
Cavs had a timeout as well.
Yeah, well they could have called the timeout.
J.R. Smith.
It also could have been the referee's fault for not seeing LeBron call the timeout. That could have been a big factor as well, because the referees are blind, and that's a big problem in the NBA.
NBA is rigged.
Okay, you could say that. What are you, Alicia Curry?
Right,
Whatever her
next.
name is.
Next, shut up. You're not
Okay.
funny.
Okay, who's getting the MVP for this final series? Steph Curry or Kevin Durant?
You go first on this one.
I would physically, mentally pick Steph Curry. Now, you may be asking yourself, now why the hell would you pick this dweeb, okay? Now, this dweeb here, he's been clutching it out for the boys, okay? He's been scoring 3-pointers left and right. He's been stuffing them down their noses. He set a record for the most 3-pointers in one game, in a finals game, okay? He also basically gave them that Game 2 win with those clutch shots, because those clutch shots basically led the Cavs to have a slower momentum, and they lost their motivation to play the game. So they were demoralized after Steph Curry kept swishing threes down their neck. Now it's your turn, Mr. King.
See, y'all got this mixed up about this Curry Iguodala talk. It's all about Iguodala, brother.
What?
I know what I
You
just
said
said.
Curry Iguodala.
That's the problem. That's the real superhero here. Andre Iguodala. The best player on the Warriors ever. Just kidding, y'all are stupid. You thought that was true. But in my opinion, it's all about what happens in Game 4. It's whoever drops the most points is the most consistent. Because clearly Curry didn't come up to cook and show off or get Chef Gordon Ramsay in Game 3, shooting 1 for 10 from 3 like a blind kid, per usual. That is why. And KD drops 43 points. 43, get that through your head.
43.
43 points from Kevin Durant. Guess who's guarding him? LeBron James.
Now,
It all depends, in my opinion, on that Game 4 status. Whoever gets more points, whoever's a more team player, and if the Warriors actually win Game 4 in Cleveland.
Now, another thing I want to talk about before we go on to the next one is, what if LeBron leads the Cavs to win the finals? What if? Big what if. A big one.
What if?
A
What
big
if,
what
what
if.
if?
A big one.
It seems that has been a major question throughout the population, especially in this United States country that we live in.
United
What
States
if?
country.
I don't know, fuck this country. But 3-0 down, never been done before. Nobody has ever came back from a 3-0 deficit in the finals and to pull out a W.
Do you have any statistics on that?
Statistics? Yes, it's when people are down 3-0 in any playoff series, they're actually 0-161. It's never been done before in a playoff series, being down 3-0 and winning the whole thing. Or winning throughout.
But the Cavs won a 3-1 lead, which is basically almost the same thing.
Yeah, but having that one game, knowing that you had some back support, is different than a 3-0 lead.
So it's basically like life support, but
Pretty much.
this time, LeBron doesn't have life support or actual team support, so he's kind of screwed in this predicament.
LeBron has fallen, and he will never be able to get up.
He's gonna be like that old lady in that one commercial. Now, last NBA question, okay? Who's the greatest of all time? Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Go first, you fucking bitch.
Now, in my opinion, okay, I'd say LeBron James, okay? He's passed most players in almost every statistic. He's done lots of things that most basketball players cannot do. He's led the Cavs to multiple finals in the past 4 years. He's also won them a finals championship. He's won championships with Miami Heat. He's also made it to the finals 9 times. I'm pretty sure 9 or 8 times. Actually,
In a row.
In a row. And last time he wasn't in the finals, Justin Bieber was relevant. So that's how long it's been since LeBron hasn't been in the finals. He's carried his team most of the time. He also, his performance in the one game where against the Mavericks, he just didn't show up. He cost basically the Heat the finals series. It doesn't really count when you go there multiple times and you show what you got. You can show people how good you are at the game, what you can do as a player, and show how good your team can be with you or without you. Yeah. On to you, King Jimmy.
So you're saying LeBron is better?
Yes, I'm saying LeBron's better.
I'm going to be in agreement here. It's all about championships, everybody says, but when you look statistically, LeBron James is absolutely dominant over Michael Jordan. It's not even close. LeBron scores more points. Actually, think about it. Michael Jordan shoots average 3 more shots than LeBron James did as a point guard. Actually, he's a shooting guard, the fuck am I saying? But as a shooting guard, he's averaging 3 more shots, but he's only averaging 3 more points.
Now, question. Which one do you think is more of a clutch player?
Clutch?
Yes.
Clutch.
Yes, clutch player.
LeBron James has just started being clutch in these past years, but if you were to say clutch, Michael Jordan is in it.
Okay.
By a mile. But following and actually answering my question, better player statistically, LeBron James. But if you want to go by championships and rings, it's all about Michael Jordan.
Okay. That's the end of the NBA section. We're going to move on to the soccer section. How do you feel, or how would you feel if Ronaldo and Bale left Real Madrid?
Depending on I mean, as a Man City fan, I would hate to see either one of them enter the Premier League because they're just two completely dominant players, and
But your
that's gonna be a new
team
struggle.
was ahead by like 20 points this season.
Yeah, but they all are also 20-point making players.
I see.
We're the best player in the world, and probably I'd give Bale best player in the world. So
Now, if Ronaldo and Bale left, Real Madrid would be in shambles, in my opinion.
shambles.
They wouldn't.
They look like Django. We don't want that.
They won't be. They won't have as many decent players as before. They would still have Sergio Ramos, Keylor Navas, all their decent defenders, but they wouldn't have any attackers besides Karim Benzema and Cruz.
Sex
Kovacic.
tape and
Yeah.
fat.
I couldn't. Your mic cut out, but it's fine.
I said sex tape
Yeah, sex tape and who else you said?
and fat boy.
Who's fat boy?
Cruz.
Is he fat?
His
Okay.
52 pace looking ass.
Okay. Whatever you say. Okay. Now, how do you feel about Buffon's 3-game suspension because of his yelling at the referee?
Buffon could do whatever he wants. He's probably, if not the second, if not the best keeper of all time.
In my
So-
opinion, the referee deserved to get pimp smacked because his call is about as good as a kindergartner's preschool drawing. Yeah, so that definitely wasn't a penalty. Buffon definitely deserved to be angry at the garbage referee. The referee was signed with Real Madrid ? Yeah, the Chiellini also got mad, but he didn't get suspended, so I don't understand that one. Chiellini got all up in his nose and yelled right in his mitt. So I feel like Sergio Ramos also basically screwing over Liverpool 2 times in one game. One elbowing Karius right in the noggin and giving him a concussion. Apparently, that's what it was confirmed. They showed a replay, and he was tested after the Champions League, and he had a concussion. And Salah literally hurt his fucking shoulder. Jesus, can't speak. He hurt his shoulder.
He dislocated his shoulder.
He hurt his shoulder because Sergio Ramos is a dweeb. He likes to injure people literally 24/7. I think that's his job. I think that's why he gets paid so much at Real Madrid, to hurt other people, but or fuck up other people's amazing runs. That one too. Okay, Jimmy. So what do you think about Buffon's 3-game suspension?
Buffon. In my opinion, Buffon is allowed to do whatever he wants, as I said earlier. I mean, the foul and all that was very, very bullshit. So, and respect for Buffon, respect for Juventus, I believe the yelling was indeed not necessary, but allowable. So, I believe that Buffon was right in his place for doing so.
Okay. That is it for this episode of Just a Podcast. Tune in for the next episode to hear more about the NBA, soccer, and maybe even the NFL. That's our outro now.
That's what we become. That's what we become. That's what we become. That's what we become. Been around a little bit, but not as long as Littlefoot. Oversensitive, and then we blame it on political correctness. That's